this is where yoga can become really radical, actually. It's not just like stretching or calming down or lower back issues, right? It's about reclaiming the power over where we place our attention.
That's yoga.
Right?
Huh?
It's
That's
saying,
good. Yeah.
that's what it is. It's holding the mind. It's saying, I decide where my awareness rests. And once you reclaim that power, the most important question becomes, who or what deserves that attention?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from the Govardhan Eco Village in beautiful Maharashtra, this is Wisdom of the Sages, a Bhakti Yoga podcast with your host, Raghunath, and co-host and senior educator of the Bhakti Center in New York City, Kaustubha, who's live in Mayapur right now. Welcome to the show. Greetings from India. Today is Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. It's episode 1732. 1732. Good morning, beautiful people. Hoo-yah. So Kaustubha is taking off tomorrow. No, he's not.
I'm taking off
You're
tomorrow.
taking off tomorrow, are you?
No, the day after tomorrow.
Taking off. You're not doing the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we've got some good news, though. We're going to miss you. That's the bad news. Good news is there's some very interesting Prabhupada disciples here that me and Pranapriya have been having lunch with every day. And what we do is, she's a real Prabhupada girl. We pick their brains and get great stories from them. These people have so many great stories. So that's what's going on.
Looking forward to hearing that. Before we move forward, Raghunath, I think...
What time is that?
Or maybe I should say to Pranapriya, I think we need to ask people again to turn off their pictures.
Turn off their videos.
Am I lagging?
A little bit, yeah.
Bandwidth.
For the sake of the lag? Okay, sorry, guys. I love to see your faces. Monica, welcome.
Okay.
Sometimes you just got to turn off your face.
So that show tomorrow, our interviews will be at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
All right, great.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, and we're finding these really cool, people had like special time getting into Bhakti. That generation, there's nothing like it. It probably won't happen again, that generation, that Hare Krishna 1.0. But I will say that the entire movement couldn't have spread as rapidly as it did without them. They almost like joined the spiritual military, for life. And now they're, 75, 77, 81, and they've got stories to tell.
Yeah.
And you got to get them now. I mean, I'm getting old. What to speak of these guys that are up 15 years older than me? We got to get all these stories out of them while we can.
All right. You get to work.
And I'm getting old. You should get all the stories out of me. While you can.
Day.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Cut 1,732.
Of my stories.
Including the Calcutta Book Fair.
Calcutta
Yep.
debacle.
That one is carved in stone at this point. It came out of my book. All right. Any other news, Pranapriya, before we jump in?
Yeah, we just posted our Wisdom of the Sages spring retreat at Super Soul Farm. You can register now at wisdomofthesages.com. It's going to be May 22nd through May 25th. So come join us.
4-day weekend? It's like a Thursday through a Sunday?
It's a Friday to a Monday.
Okay, that's great.
Monday's Memorial Day.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great way to start your spring.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We're going to get special guest kirtan people, and we're going to just rock it all weekend. Lots of singing, lots of dancing, great food, or as we call it, prashad, great prashad.
Okay.
And springtime at the farm is the best. Maybe I'll have ducks by then.
Maybe they'll still be alive, too.
What kind of sick thing is that to say? Who would say such a thing?
Somebody who had a chicken named after them who only lived for
Who
a short
died
time.
in about a week and a half.
I think that's the kind of person who would make that comment.
If you prefer, I keep everything in a cage, Kaustubha, I can do that. Actually, that chicken of yours That chicken, your namesake chicken, he lived a good life.
Okay.
Not a long life, but it was. Hey, Jesus Christ, Lord Chaitanya, they didn't live to be old men either, but they led good lives.
They
The
did.
chicken was
They lived more than a
fed.
week and a half, though.
It's a different metric of time.
No, but
those
it
chickens.
is the statement of the Bhagavatam, isn't it? There that what is the use of a prolonged life, wherein what is it again? Better one moment of consciousness, right? You know that verse?
Yeah, who wants to live long like a tree if you're unconscious? So anyway,
Yeah. So
thank you for bringing it back to the Bhagavatam, Kaustubha.
you're
All right, let's get into our nugget today.
I
Miss
think this is an
Pranapriya.
interesting
Yeah.
one. Short but interesting. Okay.
Pranapriya, love that name. I could say that all day. Pranapriya.
It's a great name.
It's got a real. It's what's that called? A
Alliteration.
alliteration. Thank you, private school.
Priya.
All right. This nugget comes from Simone Weil.
Is
She
that how
was
you
a
pronounce
French
it? Vey?
Yeah.
Any relation to Simon La?
No.
Simon
Vey,
LeVay?
'cause it's
Isn't Simon
it's
LeVay the head of the Satanic
maybe.
Church?
Maybe Martine could confirm if my pronunciation's correct.
Simon LeVay?
yeah. Vey. Simone. Oh no, she
Alright.
says
Simone.
no.
Simone.
Okay, but in any case, can you tell
Alright,
us a
well,
bit
Can we
about
go
her?
on with this?
Simone Weil was a French philosopher.
Oh, it's
a
not
mystic.
Weil?
No,
Simone Weil?
it's not.
Let her speak.
A French philosopher, a mystic, and a political activist. Despite her short life, her ideas concerning religion, spirituality, and politics have remained widely influential in contemporary philosophy.
Yes.
I believe
I'm
she,
going
she
to
was
put
born
in my
19
will
She was born in
that
1909.
whenever people speak of me in my bio, maybe I'm going to break into my own Wikipedia page and put mystic. Why not? Like, what
Part-time.
makes her more mystical than me?
I'll look into that back to you, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I can find some evidence.
Google
No,
that.
I think-
Google that. See what.
Can she levitate? I'm not saying I can,
you?
but if she can't and she calls herself a mystic, why can't I?
Because
Simone
she
Weil.
was able to resist eating peanut butter at midnight, and
What kind of
and
mystic
other
power do you have, witch?
which. All right, let's hear what she said.
Okay, she says, attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity.
Very interesting.
Uh-huh. Say that again, Prince Pranapriya.
Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Are you paying attention?
I was not listening to you.
I was not
one
paying
more
attention
time.
at all. It's
Attention.
rare.
Stop being generous.
Okay. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity.
This makes me feel horrible in reference to my relationship with Kaustubha. But
Well, actually,
this-
you do show me a lot of attention, but it just comes and goes. It comes and goes. But if you add it all up, you show me a lot of attention, and I appreciate it.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Seeing the good. Good job, Kaustubha.
And the good. That's the nibble. Put that
Anyway,
in the
it's
book.
where yoga can become really radical, actually. It's not just
Yeah.
like stretching or calming down or lower back issues, right? It's about reclaiming the power over where we place our attention.
That's yoga.
Right,
Huh?
it's
That's
saying-
good.
That's what it is. It's holding the mind. It's saying, I decide where my awareness rests. And once you reclaim that power, the most important question becomes who or what deserves that attention. Really good yogis, they really zipped up their mind during their yoga practice. That's a really qualification of a great yoga person. And they retain a lot of energy too from that zipping up of the mind. Like they get stronger during a yoga practice instead of like it's not a workout for them. They've actually they allow the air to come out, or not the air, the energy to come out in doses. They don't just expend it.
They zip it on.
Anyway, yeah. Saying like when you strip it down, attention might actually be like the only thing we truly have to give. Everything else feels like sort of possession, like your wealth, your security, even, your opinions. But most isn't really ours to give anyway. Like attention is different. Like that's mine. It's the one thing that's really ours. And the strange thing is like that even one thing that we have is incredibly easy to lose or to waste too. You could just give that away. Not because someone takes it from us, it's because it just gets pulled by fear, or by stimulation, or by whatever's loud or emotionally charged. I lose it. So without really deciding, we're constantly just handing it over, scrolling the scroll hole, I call it.
Scroll hole.
Like a troll scrolling down a
like
hole.
A mole down in the scroll hole.
Yeah, scroll in a scroll mole.
And then there's
anyway, yoga is like the practice
that won't let the mole come out of the scroll hole.
Or it's a cold. Yeah. Anyway, yoga is the practice of taking it. Yoga is the practice of taking it back. Of learning how to steady your mind, aim awareness deliberately, and then consciously, because our attention isn't like a neutral thing. What you give your attention to starts to shape you. Isn't that interesting? It trains your habits, your moods, even what you think.
It's true. It's true. This idea that you brought up, that in one sense attention is the only thing that we have to give. That's really interesting. Again, money, is that mine? My possessions, they come and they go. But the one thing I'll always have is my consciousness.
Well, on second thought, love.
Well, love is
I can give love.
Love is attention. It's like, it's
Okay.
attention
Right.
infused with affection, right? Yeah. But where we place that attention becomes the one thing we should be most concerned about. I suppose all the time, I'm not like maybe part-time relationship counselor, but I'm not a relationship counselor. But I would imagine that, regularly, continuously, over and over again, a lot of where relationships break down is because someone feels like you don't really show me any attention. You're too concerned with other things. But that's
you could argue,
really
say, am I paying attention to those things?
I'm sorry?
You could argue and say, well, I'm paying attention to those things.
Yeah, so those are more important to you than me, and so this isn't working out, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And so that was the whole point.
It's much harder to do the podcast at the end of the day. I will say that. Morning, I am sharp and spry. 4:30 rolls around. I'm like, woo.
Okay, but
woozy.
Srila Prabhupada, he called his organization the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and you could say Krishna attention. It's like the whole thing was, let's place our attention on Krishna. Let's do it with affection, with love. But it's bring the consciousness. Let's direct it to where it's most beneficial and most appropriate. And he's saying that's on the root of all existence. That's on beautiful, all attractive Sri Krishna. If you focus your attention there, wonderful things transpire. Now, I did a little research on Simone Weil and her in the context of this quote. Attention is the rarest.
I thought in context of her mysticism. I'd like to. Can you look that up? Why is she considered a mystic? I want to. Is it?
Why don't you bring your attention back over here?
Yeah, let's hear what.
I just want to know what it takes for someone to put mysticism.
Well, you got to come up with stuff like this
in their bio.
You got to come up with stuff like this, okay? For her, for Simone Weil, she said this is what attention meant to her: a silent, patient, receptive openness. Okay, think about this, Raghunath. The willingness not to impose your own ideas, and suspending ego, agenda, and quick judgment. So she also said attention taken to its highest degree is the same thing as prayer. This is a mystic thing.
Very insightful. Wait. Let's get this straight. Insightful, thoughtful, spiritual.
Yeah, that's what mystics
cutting
do.
Edge for her times. Not mystical. Mystic.
Well, this is the door to mysticism here, Raghunath, when you can, this kind of focused attention
I want to
free,
see like
suspended of ego.
40
That opens the door.
handkerchiefs come out of her hand. That's what I want to see. Like, keep on pulling the handkerchief
Raghu.
out.
Raghu, no, that's not it at all.
Well, what is what's the definition of mystic, Prana?
Well, I'm reading about Simone Weil. She had 3 pivotal religious experiences.
Okay, I have also.
This is going to be a comparison.
So let's name them quickly.
She experienced a religious ecstasy.
Well, I guess there's the time he did the mushrooms, right? There's that one. Okay.
Oh, Christ himself came down and took possession of her. Has that happened to you?
Well,
Yeah,
according to my mother, he was at my birth.
no, we investigated that one, and she didn't remember.
The
anything
jury's
about
out on that one.
Yeah.
Fun facts. Christ was at Raghunath's birth, according to his mother. Don't listen to these fact checkers.
Well,
They fact checked a 98-year-old lady who can't even remember where her apartment is. Yesterday in the hospital, she thought she was at church.
Okay.
oh,
I know.
maybe
it's
she
sad.
was.
Yeah, maybe she was.
Maybe Jesus was with her in the
Okay.
hospital.
Any other mystic things? Body was possessed by Jesus. I mean, I could say that in a kirtan.
Could you? She experienced a religious ecstasy in the Basilica of Santa Maria,
Basilica.
the same church in which Saint Francis of Assisi had prayed.
You mean
That's what led her to pray.
in Florence?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not in Florence,
Okay.
in Assisi.
Assisi. Yeah,
Assisi.
in 1937.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Listen, I'm going to give her that.
I-
She was
I was
a very
thinking-
deep.
I was
religious
thinking
person.
not of St. Francis. I was thinking of
Thoughtful.
Raghunath Swami.
Thoughtful, cutting edge.
I was thinking of Raghunath Swami because he had that experience in Florence. Okay. Here's something else.
Oh, he had a
Raghunath,
spiritual
and this is-
experience in Florence.
Raghunath Swami? Yeah. In the Doma there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you remember that from the journey home?
I don't remember.
Raghunath, we got to
I
get
didn't
you in
go.
the morning. We got to get you back in the morning slot. Okay. That's where he had this experience where, he was trying to decide. Up until that point, he was trying to decide, should I give my life to God or should I try to?
Ah, yes. Okay, I thought you meant just recently. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay. The journey home didn't happen just recently, so it was all going back sometime.
Continuing on.
Continue. I want to share this. She also was speaking, and this really ties into, we're getting into some really interesting verses today, because do you know what chapter we start today, Raghunath?
Forest fire. What's next?
Uh,
Oh, the
autumn.
Gopi autumn season. The
That's right, the rainy season in
comparison.
autumn in Vrindavan. And
Yeah.
this chapter is just all these kind of comparisons or metaphors, about the autumn season in Vrindavan and how it reflects, I suppose, all different kind of ideas. And one of those is related to what she's saying here, and I think we'll read it today if we get to it.
Okay.
But she said regarding attention, part of what she was saying is it's challenge. You were saying things pull our attention away. And her point was, in modern culture, we mistake assertion for insight, we mistake confidence for authority, and we mistake noise for presence. So we're allowing our attention to go into all kind of places where it's really not worthy.
Sure.
I was thinking in politics right now, it's just crazy.
Just noise.
It's incredible
It's
noise.
so
And
scary
just,
to even turn
and just
look
like
at YouTube.
just like with this whole Super Bowl, halftime
just
show,
noise.
all this,
It's got nothing to do with about the football game anymore.
I know that's true too. It used to. We would, if we were doing this 10 years ago, we're saying, why is everybody so caught up in this football game? There's really no value in
I
it.
know.
And now we're saying it's not even the football game. It's like
No one's even talking.
everything else.
I don't even know who won.
But the point is that in this day and age, what's meant to shine bright and naturally attract our attention and our awareness in a healthy way, it becomes covered.
Mm.
And and far less significant things, far less important things, far less worthy things draw our attention, and we're very prone to it. So yogi's got to be really focused on that. And you know, we may get to that example today. If we start reading that, we'll get to it. But it speaks about the glowworms and how how in the autumn season, you know, the clouds are thick, and so at nighttime, you don't see the stars. But in that circumstance, the glowworms, just like little glowing insects, they seem very bright.
Mm.
And so similarly, in our world where the wisdom of the Vedic, you know, the Vedic knowledge, this deep spiritual knowledge, it's become covered. We don't learn it in school. Our parents aren't sharing it with us. It's hard to find. You really have to search it out. And our attention is going in so many different places. And it's that one most important thing that we have. So we got to really search out what is, you know, what's the worthy, where is the worthy place to place my attention? And that's yoga. All right. You down?
Let's
You
take
ready?
it. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayat. Before reciting the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord Narayan, and to Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother
Okay, we're getting a huge lag on Raghunath's part. Raghu, can you hear me? All right, we lost Raghunath, so maybe I'll just say the opening shlokas. And Raghunath said the first, Nasta preshva badreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead who is praised with transcendental songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Om Jnana Timarandasya Jnananjana Shlakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual masters have opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto them. So I think Raghunath's trying to come back in. And meanwhile, I'll just get this chapter started. This chapter, again, is a beautiful book was made of this chapter, actually. Srila Prabhupada, when he was a sannyasi, and he was trying to travel just out of India to share bhakti. And for a while there was a plan that I think he was going to go to, if I'm not mistaken, Japan. And he had come up with an idea of taking this chapter of Bhagavatam with his commentary on it and making an art display where people would, some type of Asian art, eventually it was done in Chinese style art, beautiful paintings of each of these verses. And that book was eventually published after Srila Prabhupada passed away, and it was called Light of the Bhagavat. It's a really beautiful book. You there, Raghunath? I thought I saw Raghunath come in, but he's not here yet. So in any case, maybe I'll just start to read. Text number 1. Shukadev Goswami said, to the ladies of Vrindavan, the cowherd boys then related in full detail Krishna and Balaram's wonderful activities of delivering them from the forest fire and the killing of the demon Pralambha, which we just read about in the previous 2 chapters. So now they had a very adventurous day out there, and now they're coming home and talking to their mothers and the other ladies they're all gathering, and they shared what they had gone through. Text number 2. The elder cowherd men and ladies were amazed to hear this account, and they concluded, and this is something that a lot of them, maybe not so much Krishna's parents, but a lot of the other elders in the neighborhood were feeling, which was, they said here, they concluded that Krishna and Balaram must be exalted demigods who have appeared in Vrindavan. So many amazing things were happening that they're like, these aren't ordinary kids. So continuing text number 3. Then the rainy season began. giving life and sustenance to all living beings. The sky began to rumble with thunder, and lightning flashed on the horizon. So this feeling, what they're sharing right here, to someone who doesn't really have experience in a country like India, where you have a monsoon season, and which can go for some months. In India, sometimes they say it's like about a 4-month period. But where 8 months of the year, there's practically no rain at all. And it can get very hot. And then at a certain point, that heat cracks, the summer heat cracks, and there's rain, and that monsoon season sets in, and there's tons of rain. That moment when the rainy season begins is a real joyful time, actually, because everything is dried up and everything is super hot, and everyone gets relief from that. So here we go. This is happening now and being described in Vrindavan. Text number 4. The sky was then covered by dense blue clouds, accompanied by lightning and thunder. Thus the sky and its natural illumination were covered in the same way that the spirit's soul is covered by the 3 modes of material nature. And so this is the first metaphor that we're getting, or first simile, or whatever analogy that we're getting. And it's just kind of giving us a clue into the way that sages think. That, they look at nature, and the things about life that they contemplate, they see in nature, or you could say things that they see in nature, they apply to when they look at life. And so here it's saying that, and I'll read it again. The sky was then covered by dense blue clouds, accompanied by lightning and thunder. So here the sky is representing the consciousness of the soul. And the clouds and the lightning and the thunder are representing the 3 modes of material nature. Right? Are you there, Raghunath?
Back.
Okay. Great to have you back.
Good to be
We're
back.
in text number 4 over here.
Okay.
And it's the first analogy. But do you want to read the commentary to that?
Sure. Text 4. Here
Yeah.
we go. Lightning is compared to the mode of goodness, thunder to the mode of passion, and clouds to the mode of ignorance. Thus, the cloudy sky at the onset of the rainy season is analogous to the pure spirit soul when it becomes disturbed by the modes of nature. Very cool. For at that time, he is covered, and his original, brilliant nature is only dimly reflected through the haze of material qualities. Isn't that interesting?
It's really interesting, yeah. That we have this, we're pure by nature, as you like to say sometimes.
Sometimes you meet.
What is that phrase that you use? That this is a pure soul theology, right? That underneath the coverings were pure.
Pure soul theology.
Pure soul
But
theology.
it's also sometimes you see people. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot.
Sometimes we
We're
see
waiting.
people, and it's if they are a bright light, right? They're shining. They have naturally good qualities. It's as if they've done years of meditation, years of sense control, years of charity, and they come into this world just less covered than people who just cause trouble, cause hell, cause havoc as soon as they're born. Right? And they it's not like they're not pure souls. It's just like they have different layers of coverings.
Right. It's not like
And
the sky
so,
on one night is
depending on what
pure, and
Sure.
the sky on another night is impure. It's just a question of the weather that's going on covering it. And really it's us that's covered. It's not so much the sky, but in any case.
Well, if we are a bright light, some of us have just like very thin, sheer linen over us, and some of us have like layers of blackout curtains over us, so that light, it's, when some people will say, well, they'll pick somebody like, how can you say, Donald Trump is a pure devotee? Well, under whoever you pick, it could be like a horrible, most horrible person you could think of, there's a pure spirit soul in there. They just have layers of different types of covering. You know,
And we're covered ourselves as well.
oh, not
to some
me.
degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
you're a
we're all
mystic.
covered.
Okay.
We're all covered. I can speak for myself when I say I'm a covered man.
All right.
I know where I'm at. I know how I grew up. I know my saturation in being like obtuse to other people's pain. You know, I think that's one of my biggest things I'm working on in this lifetime is to not be so damn obtuse. And obtuse.
Okay.
Obtuse where you're not empathetic. You don't understand other people's feelings as much. You have to be become a little bit more sensitive. That's sort of one of my little Himalayan peaks I have to climb in this lifetime.
Okay. Thank you for being vulnerable like that. Raghunath.
What do you got to work on?
See, that was obtuse of you right there. Say that like that.
I thought because we're going to share and be vulnerable, I thought you may want to get vulnerable, but no, you don't want to play that game? Okay.
Not playing
Carry
that game.
on, my wayward son.
All right, text number 5.
Thanks.
Hit it.
Carry on, my wayward son. With its rays, the sun had for 8 months drunk up the earth's wealth in the form of water. Now that the proper time has arrived, the sun began releasing this accumulated wealth.
Have you ever been in India when the summer broke and the monsoon cracked open and everyone felt the relief? In that moment?
Not that shift. After the monsoon, right, when it's still sort of raining. But I've never been here when summer broke and it started.
You've been in India during the
I've been in other
monsoon?
places. I've been in Costa Rica during the monsoon.
Okay.
Same type of thing.
All right.
Okay.
Please continue.
Do you want the purport or no?
No, let's get to text 8 and read the commentary to that one. I would like to read that.
All right. Is it 8?
Flashing with lightning. Don't
6.
jump to 8.
Flashing with lightning, great clouds were shaken and swept about by fierce winds. Just like the merciful persons, the clouds gave their lives for the pleasure of this world.
They give, right? They give.
The givers. The earth has been emaciated by the summer heat, but she became fully nourished again when moistened by the god of rain. Thus the earth was like a person whose body had been emaciated by austerities, undergone for material purposes, but who again became fully nourished when they achieved the fruit of those austerities.
Okay. And text 8.
I was thinking about that in reference to the struggle when people come to bhakti. We are not like tapaspis. We don't wave flags like you've got to control your senses. But in any yoga system, there's going to have to be some control. Right? You just can't run on autopilot with your mind and your senses.
Sure.
Maybe for most people when they hear about, what you go through as a brahmachari or as a discipline in bhakti, they think, well, that's very extreme. It's not that extreme. We just have lost all measurement of how humans are supposed to live, and we have no reins on the senses and the mind anymore. And so when we start talking about giving up things that cause harm to the body, we get attached to those things. We don't want to give those up. Why should I give them up? You're trying to take away my freedom. You're trying to make me suppress my emotions. This is not a healthy thing for me. No. You don't understand. You're not suppressing your emotions. You're attached to things that are making your life miserable. As a matter of fact, it's what drove you here in the first place. But there's a fruit, right? From the austerities comes a fruit of those austerities. And the fruit of those austerities is something very, very sublime. It's just like when you're planting, or farming. It's not very fun or sexy or cool to rake up the soil, till the soil, fertilize the soil, do the planting, build a fence to protect it from predators, water on a regular basis even when there's no water, weed. All that stuff has to be done. Not exciting.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Keep the birds out of the garden.
Keep the birds out of the garden. You got to chase those around. But when everything's in bloom, right when the harvest is there, then it's like, wow, what a payoff. So in the same way, those austerities that we do, that some people will say, oh, you're denying yourself. You should indulge. You should enjoy your life. There is no enjoyment in sense indulgence. There's just suffering. And if we can't see that, you're missing the big picture of this material body.
It's everything that you're sharing, Raghunath. It kind of, what's ringing to me through it is this idea of, in one sense, this verse is not like the most profound thing in the world, but in another sense, there's something there. Anything real takes austerity to produce results, practically.
Sure.
And I think in our culture, we're not so attuned to that. We want things cheap, and therefore we never get the real thing. We want spirituality. We want it cheap. Give it to me in a pill. Give it to me. I want a drug. I just want to like say, oh, the first guru figure, whatever. I kind of surrender my intelligence to them, and never really, and they don't tell me, hey, this is going to require you sacrificing, and so then I have this superficial kind of pose of spirituality, but I never actually get to it. This, in one sense, this is just kind of illustrating, hey, whatever we do is going to, any real important, worthy, substantial kind of gain in life, you can expect that it's going to require some sort of austerity, some sort of sacrifice.
Like that. Okay.
Text 8.
Text 8. In the evening twilight during the rainy season, the darkness allowed the glowworms, but not the stars, to shine forth. Just as in the age of Kali, the predominance of sinful activities allows atheistic doctrines to overshadow the true knowledge of the Vedas. Okay, almost like I was just saying, right?
See?
People are just trying to sell you quick fixes, which don't fix you, which actually break you even more. Right? The quick fixes are addictive.
Yes. We grant our attention to those kind of things. And the real things that have great value, they're covered. Right? If you really picture this, it's nighttime, the clouds are thick, you can't see the stars, which are normally there and which are tremendously brilliant, bright luminaries. And then the things that are insignificant start to attract your attention. Oh, there's a little bug there that's got like a little bit of a glow to it. I become fascinated by that. In other words, the star is like this huge, incredibly luminous thing that from, hundreds of thousands of miles away is spreading its light. And we become attracted to this tiny little thing that practically has no light to offer. But to us, it seems like, oh, look at all the light coming from that thing.
So cool.
Yeah. And so what we're, the halftime show or the alternative halftime show or this politician or this musician or this athlete or
that is taking our attention. How sad that is.
That one important thing that we have to offer, that one, maybe the only thing that we have to really choose where we place it, and we place it in such insignificant places.
I'm going to do a challenge on our next Ekadasi. It's the 11th day of the moon. Do your fasting. Day after tomorrow. Do your fasting from social media that day.
Okay.
Do your fasting from the news that day.
Yes. Okay.
Just turn off the media. Turn off that media that day. See how you feel.
Why don't we do this then, Raghunath? This will be a challenge, right? You can bring this up again tomorrow. Offer this challenge to all our listeners.
Okay.
Because it'll be the next day, right?
The day after, okay.
Yes,
I can do that.
You can say tomorrow. And
we're not saying give it up. We're just saying for a day.
For a day. And then take any notes during the day or at nighttime, maybe when you're winding down. Write a few notes about how not engaging with that affected your day, affected your mind, affected your consciousness, affected your practice. And then we can share those when we get back together the following Monday.
That's a good one. All right, great.
Should we do that?
We'll unmute some people.
Maybe unmute some
Kaustubha
people.
Prabhu, I thought Ekadasi was Friday this week. Is it Thursday?
I was told it's Thursday, the day that I'm traveling, but I'll look it up right
Okay.
now. While we're
Let's
doing
get to
this.
the bottom of this.
Let's get to the
Me and
bottom.
Pran are looking forward to it.
But meanwhile, I think that this would be a very important commentary to read.
Okay. Srila Prabhupada comments as follows. During the rainy season, in the evening, there are many glowworms visible about the tops of trees, hither and thither. Are glowworms like fireflies?
That firefly is like one type of glowworm. They're different insects that have some luminescence to them.
There
And
are.
So it kind of is a grab bag of any of those kind of insects.
Ever heard of foxfire?
Foxfire. I think that's like an internet service provider or something like
That was
that. Or like
that was Firefox.
Firefox. Okay, what's Foxfire?
Foxfire is it's a type of lichen or something. That's a glow-in-the-dark lichen. You can find it where we live.
I don't know what a lichen is.
Like a moss, right?
Pranapriya will tell you.
Okay, Pranapriya, you're
It's
right.
fairy fire. Oh, sorry.
I've got the 13th for the Ekadashi.
Okay, so
Anyway, we're
Friday.
still
Which is
going to do
Friday.
it. We'll still mention it.
Foxfire is also called fairy fire and chimpanzee fire.
What?
It's a bioluminescence created by some species of fungi present in decaying wood. So it's a
Fungi.
bluish-green glow attributed to luciferase, an oxidative enzyme which emits light.
I always knew
Lucifer?
Lucifer was behind it.
Your mother would say we just stay away from that stuff.
Stay away from
Yeah. Stay away from the glowing fungus.
Very interesting, huh? And it's in upstate New York. I've seen it.
Okay.
You know, it's a squirrel, but my brother's wife, they got married. Her parents have a big ranch in northern Mississippi called Foxfire.
Foxfire?
Yeah.
Foxfire.
I wonder if they have
Interesting.
luminescence.
Okay, let's start this commentary again.
All right. During the rainy season, this is Prabhupada quoting. They must have took it from the Krishna book,
Yes.
I think. I don't know, actually.
Or from
Yeah, that other book.
the Light of the Bhagavat.
Yeah. During the rainy season in the evening, there are many glowworms visible about the tops of the trees, hither and thither. And they glitter,
Thither.
just like
Thither.
lights. But the
Thither.
luminaries of the sky, the stars and the moon, are not visible. Similarly, in the age of Kali, persons who are atheists or miscreants become very prominently visible, whereas persons who are actually following Vedic principles for spiritual emancipation are practically obscured.
Okay, a message is coming down, right? Saying that, hey, you're living in an age where the real important stuff, you really got to search it out. And the really unimportant stuff is just everywhere.
Right in front of your face.
Yeah.
They're the leaders. On top of that, they're the leaders.
Yes.
They're the heroes.
Yes.
Whether you like Kid Rock or Bad Bunny, like it
I'm
doesn't
not
matter.
particularly interested in granting my attention to either Kid Rock
Yeah.
or Bad Bunny.
I'm interested more in bunnies. I'm thinking about getting some bunnies on the farm. Yeah.
Good bunnies.
Good bunnies. This age of Kali Yuga is compared to the cloudy season of the living entities. In this age, real knowledge is covered by the influence of the material advancement of civilization. The cheap mental speculators, atheists, and manufacturers of the so-called religious principles become prominent like the glowworms, whereas persons strictly following the Vedic principles or scriptural injunctions become covered by the clouds of this age. People should learn to take advantage of the actual luminaries of the sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, instead of the glowworms' light. Actually, the glowworms cannot give any light in the darkness of night.
It's true.
As the clouds sometimes clear, even in the rainy season, and sometimes the moon, stars, and sun become visible, so even in this Kali Yuga, there are sometimes advantages. The Vedic movement of Lord Chaitanya, the distribution of the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, is understood in this way. People seriously eager to find real light should take advantage of this movement instead of looking towards the light of mental speculators and atheists. Whoa. It's powerful stuff.
It really is.
Imagine
Yeah.
1969 meeting Prabhupada and just lays that on you. It must be like,
Well,
yes.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
When you were when you kind of fell off this show for a few minutes, I was talking about how that book, The Light of the Bhagavad, came about. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not. It was something like after Prabhupada had passed. There was a famous Japanese painter.
Well, yeah, but even before that, you see, before Prabhupada came to the United States, he had an opportunity to go to Japan, I believe it was. And it was for some kind of conference that included art and, I don't know, and spirituality or something. And
Okay.
so he came up with the concept, what if I wrote commentaries on this chapter of Bhagavatam, which describes the autumn season in Vrindavan with all of these analogies? And what if we commissioned an artist? And
Oh
I don't
wow.
know, maybe it was a Japanese artist that he was thinking, but commissioned an Asian artist of some sort to create accompanying paintings. And so that was going to be his first time out of India. But somehow
Wow.
I don't remember why it never came about. And after Prabhupada passed away, I believe it was my guru, Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami, who found the text,
Oh
and
wow.
then he commissioned a Chinese artist to create the paintings, and they made beautiful paintings. And it's a really beautiful book, The Light of the Bhagavad.
Yes.
And
Okay.
so perhaps this commentary is taken from that book or from the Krishna book, one of the two.
All
Oh, Sarah
right.
Dido here saying he wasn't able to get the funds to go, and no one would help him out.
Huh. Very interesting. If we get Bali Mardan on the show tomorrow, he'll tell the story of Prabhupada sent him to
Japan.
Japan. Imagine that. I'm going to join this new religion. All of a sudden, my teacher's like, okay, go to Japan. And do what? I don't
All
speak
right.
Japanese. Just figure it out. Just open a
Yeah.
temple, chant.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Text number 9.
Number 9, the frogs, who had all been lying silent, suddenly began croaking when they heard the rumbling of the rain clouds, in the same way that the Brahmin students who perform their morning duties in silence begin reciting their lessons when called by their teacher.
Oh, that's kind of nice, huh? You know,
Text 10.
I was thinking this though, Raghunath.
What?
There's something about being with a large group of people and practicing bhakti with them. Like for instance, the greeting of the deities here in Mayapur.
Yeah,
Like you're standing with about 1,000 people.
at least 1,000 people.
Yeah, and then the curtains open up, and without fail, every morning you're kind of like, whoa. There's Sri Krishna and Sri Radha together, the all attractive couple, the divine couple, surrounded by these emblems of bhakti, right? These primary, the Astasakis, the 8 gopis. It's the most beautiful picture. I mean, it goes. I'm just saying it in a simplistic way, but if you really want to get esoteric, you can talk about this vision and you can go so deep into it. But it's an incredibly beautiful vision according to the depth of the person viewing.
Mm.
To that depth, it's unlimited how meaningful this vision is. And then this beautiful song begins to play, which is an ancient Sanskrit poetry, mantras. And everybody begins to sing them together. And everybody, to a person pretty much in that room, is coming in from the same direction. Like everybody's saying how beautiful and perfect this is. I want my awareness to go in this direction. Everybody's awareness is going right in the same direction. And then their voices lift from their hearts and they all begin to sing the song and vibrate. It's really quite loud when everybody begins to sing in that room,
Mm.
And together, everyone creates this vibration as one. We don't do that so much, in the world too much. And when we do, it's maybe Kid Rock, or Bad Bunny or something like that, right? It's not this perfected poetry carrying incredible meaning and teaching and rasa.
Mm.
And when you do that with a group of people and everybody's vibrating on the same page all together, it is really significant. It is really moving and transforming. It's a really powerful thing. So when I hear this, imagine growing up that way, where, you got up early in the morning, you went to your guru's home, you got together with the other kids from the neighborhood, and you've been trained not to have all of the flaws that like our relationships in our schools had. You had a teacher that was teaching compassion. The values were being taught just as much as arithmetic and spelling
Yeah.
and so on.
The character.
And character. So that means there would be much better relationships between the children, and together you all began to vibrate these incredibly meaningful, beautiful, powerful, effective, potent mantras. What a thing, what a way to grow up.
Very nice.
Yeah,
We did that in Catholic Church.
a little
All
bit.
sang together.
Yeah,
a lot.
And that's probably the nicest
Wake
part
up
of it, right?
early, all sing together. Yeah, it was great. Eat donuts afterwards. Fantastic experience.
What about this one? Somehow you said something. I think it was in this show. It reminded me there's this one. Be not afraid. Do you know that one?
No, but I'd like to hear you sing it.
Be not afraid. Something like I'm stand before you always, or something. It's just like a little transitional thing. A little transitional, like in the Mass. It's like a little transitional phrase that's sung. I'll look it up.
All right. In the meantime, Miss Pranapriya.
Yes.
It's 5:55 here in India.
Indeed. Time for takeaways.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You seem ready. Reclaim our power over our attention.
Mm-hmm.
Attention is the only thing we truly have to give.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can't run on autopilot with the mind and senses.
Can't do that.
Yeah, no.
Rein in the senses.
Rein it in.
What you give your attention to shapes you.
Like that.
There's only suffering in sense indulgence.
Well, there's a quick hit, and then there's... We don't want
It's
to...
not only suffering.
Not only.
Well, but from the full spiritual perspective, that's actually seen as suffering too.
Yeah.
Thus,
Real
it's
gain
like-
requires real sacrifice.
Okay.
Yes.
Turn off the media for Ekadasi.
All right. That's a takeaway.
Anything real takes austerity for results. And,
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Hold it, but I got the be
And-
not afraid. I got the be not afraid here.
Okay, tell us.
Think about this. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. I think that's how they sing it. Do you recognize that?
Katie Bolt says, yes,
yeah,
yes,
Katie
yes.
Katie recognizes that one. Yeah.
All right. And search out the stars and moon and don't be distracted by glowworms and foxfire.
Foxfire.
How about don't be a glowworm?